Please, turn off the ad block, subscribe, and share. Links will be below for anyone wanting to support this channel.
That sound is the sound of one of the best speakers I ever heard in my life. One of the best portable speakers. And it's a speaker that I'm reviewing today on techreviewsandhelp.com. Now, as far as this goes, I want to mention a few things. I'm not an audiophile. For anyone who doesn't know what that means someone who's been trained to listen to sounds, and these are rarer and rarer things you're going to find as far as audiophiles. And even then, a lot of the audiophiles that are out there, there's a debate that if they really can hear the differences in sounds. I am going to look at this as an average Joe. I'm going to look at it as if I was just you, looking at the price tag, the quality, and the overall of this. I'm going to tell you right now that this is an excellent system to get if you want to watch movies with it. In fact, I'm going to email their PR departments, the ones that I've been interacting with, and tell them this, because they don't advertise for this. It's excellent for movies, gaming, and stuff on computers. It's also excellent at music, but that's expected. Now, I've gotten this for free to review and test, but I'm going to give you my honest opinion on this as if I was a buyer. And I'm going to tell you right now that if you're going to get this for calling, if that's high on the list, I'll say stay away from it. And the reason for that is it sounds on average of everything else, but if sound quality is the highest thing on your list, or one of the highest things, I would say this is what you need to go for. Because the money, it is very, very high. It is extremely high for a portable speaker. $130 full price, $60 on sale. But as far as the money, it goes into the quality. Now, as far as the stuff I tested the strength of the battery, how long it will last. How did I test that? I tested that simply by taking my Surface Book, which I'm going to have a review on either this or next month. And I said either the Surface Book is going to die or the speaker's going to die. And I just come back every hour to figure out which one dies first. For the audio distance, as far as before I started having problems and completely cut out, I tested that by simply connected to the Surface Book. Then following that, I tested it with my Note 3 and just walked away with the speaker and see how long it would take before the audio just cut out. As far as the audio quality, I tested that on several devices. On my desktop, which has a older Bluetooth system, which is very important to note in this review. It's actually, if you got an older Bluetooth system, I'll advise you to update that before you get something like this, and I'll get into why in a bit. I tested on the desktop, my phone, the Note 3, the Surface Book, someone else's Note 3, someone else's laptop, which is their laptop was 5 years old. And also I gave it to someone for a little while so they can play with it, and that way they can tell me what they think about it. And a few people told me what they think about it. And that was as simple as that. So we can get an honest opinion on this. Now, before I jump fully into this, I want to mention, and this is very, very important, especially for the price of this thing, get multiple reviews. Yes, my opinion is going to be honest, but you need to get multiple reviews on products like this, especially something that is personal. Something on how you use it might be different from how I use it. And it's smart to get multiple reviews, especially with price tags like this are up. If you don't want to get multiple reviews, guess what? I got a Patreon campaign. If you're got money burning in your pocket, help us grow by donating to our Patreon. But get multiple reviews. Now, as far as the build quality, the first thing you'll notice once you take it out of the box is the build quality. It is great. It's very solid. That's one of the things I'll tell you right now. Is it's about 2 pounds, but it's every bit of that 2 pounds. It has a rubber pad on the bottom, which keeps it from slipping. So if you accidentally hit it or something like that, it won't slip. And on top of that, the thing is, you can tell just from picking it up, it was thought of as far as the engineering behind it. As far as the design phase, when they're engineering it, everything about it was thought of. And this is very important to note, because when you first turn it on, you not only hear how good it is, you can feel how good it is. Feels awesome. Now, as far as that goes, and by the way, that's the turn on and off sound. I love that. In fact, that's actually more addictive than anything else. But you can feel it. The bass in it, you can feel it. If you put it on the floor, you can feel the bass going through the floor. During the testing of this, I was playing some songs that will be playing in the background in this, but I was playing on top of this some things I can't let you hear that I don't have the rights to, like Skrillex. And having that as loud as possible on this, it did not miss a beat. It did not miss one thing. And for those who don't know what Skrillex is, not everybody's gonna like it, but it's techno. It's high in there techno, and it goes from very highs to very lows. And it's a good test for something like this on how well it handles both highs and lows, the bass and the twitters, the highs. And the fact of the matter is, it did not miss a single beat. It sounded exactly as if you were in a concert. Now, in fact, I'll say that this sounds so good, it's like a audio engineer went to your house, sat down to wherever you're going to be sitting, and it sounds perfect wherever you are. For the test of the sound, I also give it to other people, like I said, and they said they love it. Only one person said that they wished the volume went up higher, but what I've found is the volume went high enough. It's the fact of the matter is I think they were just trying to disturb other people, and you can hear it through walls easily, like sets of walls easily. If you want your bones to rattle and shake, that's very dangerous for one, but that's more on a stance of non-portable devices. That's a very specific setup if you want something like that. But as far as portable setups, this is literally the best I've ever ran across. Now, as far as the other tests I've done, watching movies, I've done tests with that, play games with it, done tests on that, and other things on computers. And what I found is, if you're watching Netflix or something like this, this will be great to take to a hotel, to take to a friend's house or whatever, and go from there, especially if you've got Bluetooth systems on TVs. In fact, if you got a Bluetooth system on TV, this might actually be a viable option because you can have it plugged in and you don't have to worry about battery. You could just leave it on, and as long as the TV has a Bluetooth system that pairs to it, then basically you can get great audio, and it's a fraction of the cost you can get for those bars. In fact, it's above average than what you get from the bars that you get at the store. Now, as far as the battery, it lasts for about 7 hours. Again, just keeping a computer on, looping a song, and having the thing play. This lasts for about 7 hours in my test. On manufacturer standards, it says 6 hours, so it's pretty close. Keep in mind the battery will weaken over time, and because of this, the big thing you need to keep in mind is the battery's not changeable. It's built in, and you really wouldn't want to go into it because it's engineered in such a way, and you could tell it's engineered in such a way that if you did try to go into it, you could easily mess up the design of it. So that's something to keep in mind. But with how batteries are today, I imagine it will last many years if you treat it properly. Obviously, I don't have that much time to review it since I just got it this past week. Now, as far as the range, what I found is about 30 feet, 40 feet. And this is with stuff in between, sheetrock, wood, and stuff of this nature. And the simple matter is this does also depend on a few things. This depends on the device that you have at hand, because if your phone is not as powerful as a laptop, the laptop can obviously push the signal further. Keep in mind the speaker has to read the device, the phone or laptop or whatever signal, and then on top of that, as the device itself has to be able to communicate back and forth, and that way you can get sound going through the speaker itself. So as far as that goes, it is about 30-ish feet, and it is worth noting that is just going through sheetrock and wood, very basic materials. When you in sheetrock, it's virtually like nothing. Wood, it stops a little as far as if you do any studies with Wi-Fi and stuff like that, it stops it a little, but not enough. Metal, concrete, things like that can dramatically lower that, so keep that one in mind when you're playing with this. If you're in a concrete or metal house, this may be a little bit of a problem if you're just walking away from the thing. Now, as far as the call quality is mediocre. And this is what it sounds like when I talk through the Bluetooth speaker. And that's the biggest problem with this system. Again, if you're getting it for calling, the call quality that you're receiving, it's going to be up to the person who's calling as far as their microphone and stuff like that. But as far as you talking through it, it's the same out through. It's the same thing. It's good, but it's pretty much the same as you can get on any other Bluetooth speaker that's worthwhile. So that's the thing to keep in mind, is if calling is very high on the list, this may not be for you because of the price. But if the sound is something, if you want to use it for gaming, for computers and this other stuff, this is for you. Now, as far as that goes, if you do have any questions on this, then feel free to leave that down below in the comment section, and I'll try to get back to you as quickly as possible. But again, go to multiple reviews. Take what I say and other people's saying on this and mix it together. And you're probably going to find good reviews all around, but go look at multiple reviews, especially with the price of something like this. And you're probably going to come back and say that this was worthwhile. If you do buy this, or if you currently have it, then feel free to leave a comment below and tell me what you think about this. That way everybody knows what you think about it, and that way they can get a better understanding on the device itself. But again, if you got any questions, you know where to get me. And if you got any comments on this or anything else, then feel free to put that down below. Any suggestions for next video, also leave that down below. But if you like this video, if it helped you out, please leave a like, subscribe, share, and if you want to help us grow, go to our Patreon campaign and donate there to help us grow. If you don't like this for whatever reason, go ahead and leave a dislike, but let me know why so I can fix it in future videos. Again, this has been Craig Bennett, founder of Tech Videos Nope, and hope you have a great day.